So, oof, it's February 17th at 9:49 a.m. I was going to say 9:50, but, why not be precise? I have a doctor's, now it's 9:50. I have a doctor's appointment today at 10:30, so, I gotta walk into town. Uh, I should have taken a shower, but I just didn't feel like it, so fuck that. Uh, Yesterday, I called the, I ended up calling the Secretary of State to look into the whole election garbage, and turns out I missed the window to uh, get in on the Republican or Democratic parties' um, nomination, which I already knew, and to register as an independent candidate for uh, the House of Representatives, which I did not know. Um, but I can file paperwork to be a write-in candidate still, which is apparently a totally separate category of stuff, which that I did not know. I thought independent meant the same thing as a write-in candidate. But I guess independent means you're going to be on the ballot. It's going to be your another like bubble on the ballot slot. I guess you have to file like way earlier. So whatever. Anyways, if you're going to be a write-in, the window for that starts in June. So whatever. And there's a filing fee of $3,750, or you can collect 500 signatures from registered voters. And file the paperwork sometime after June to be eligible as a write-in candidate. So I have until June 1st to decide if I want to do that. And yeah, I'm in the 17th district right now. Pete Sessions is district. I gotta find out who the Democratic candidate is that's going to be running against Pete Sessions, and see if that guy is worthwhile. I don't even really know if Pete Sessions is, a bad guy because I don't really know anything about him. I just know he's old, and honestly, old people are just kind of old, and my personal feeling is, 65 plus is kind of getting too old to represent uh, most of the, let's say, electorate. That's not even really a good word because reasons. But especially probably in Trinity County, because Trinity County is probably highly small towny, which probably has a lot of, let's say, 50 plus voters, 50 years plus voters. So it might be, Pete Sessions might be actually pretty representative. But we'll see. Ooh, it's cold in here. It's cold today. It's probably going to be another 2 weeks before it starts to consistently be in the mid 70s, start to hit the 80s, because whatever, but I don't want to turn on the heat anymore. I don't want to give the power company any more money. And that's another reason I think we need somebody else to run against Pete Sessions, and just across the board in Texas and in everywhere. Because, you need sweeping changes everywhere. So, yeah. Because, need to have people that will get them on the debate floor and challenge their positions on shit. And yeah, uh, even if someone like me won't win, which, let's be honest, if I go out and campaign, I would probably get 100 votes, something like that, if I went out and campaigned for 5 months, 8 months, something like that. I would probably be lucky to get 100 to 1,000 votes. That would be a good, you know, that would be a good amount of votes for me to get. The main benefit to having third party candidates is to put ideas out there, to bring to light concerns, concerns of the constituents that the main two parties just aren't aware of. Because let's be honest, they just don't tend to go out and talk to their constituents. The best that they do is they have people in their campaigns go out and talk to some of their constituents, or call on the phone their constituents and see what the feel is. And maybe they do a job to try and represent what the voters in their areas want. Man, it's really kind of chilly right now. And it's kind of cloudy. I hope the sun comes out. And you know, when I walk to town, there's this place where the two roads, 19 and this other road, kind of meet. And there's all these signs for people running for various offices, meet up, and there's just all these signs there. You know, like, not school board, but like treasurer, and just all these people campaigning. And you know, some of them have 2 signs there. Like, why would you have 2 signs there? It just seems kind of weird to me. And then somebody has a sign in their yard like 200 feet up the road for the same person. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess they bought their own sign, so they want to put up, you know, I'm supporting them. So, all right, fine. And that's good. Okay, it's on your property. So and so for county treasurer or some shit like that. Yeah. Okay, fine. It's a local election. You gotta do what you gotta do, you know. I'm supporting this person. I don't know who any of them are. hope the Democrats are putting up people in these positions in local government. I would hope that the Democrats know that this election cycle, this year, these midterms, you have to find a Democratic candidate for everything. It doesn't matter who you find. You got to find someone in every election. No, nothing has to be uncontested anymore. You've got to find someone. And there's a reason I didn't want to go for the Democratic Party anymore. It's because I just kind of, I don't know, I didn't want to be associated with the Democratic Party just yet. The Democratic Party hasn't moved left liberal enough yet. They're still too centrist, and they're still too pussy for my taste. They're still too willing to, just bow down and take it from the Republican Party, and they're still too willing to take a beating from the MAGA Republicans, even though the MAGA Republicans are doing such radical garbage that isn't good for poor people at all, and people that need radical solutions and have needed radical solutions for 40 years. For my entire life, we've needed radical reforms in my entire life. Since before I knew the country needed radical reform, since I was, young enough to even know I needed to pay it. Oh man, it's so cold. I can't even talk or think right. Ugh, jeez. Jeez. It really is too cold here. It warms up as the sun comes out. Ugh. But it's just been messed up for the past 40 years, and the Republicans have been chipping away at everything. It was good in the 90s, but it was good because technology was coming around and the policies weren't that bad. And in 2000s, the policies weren't that bad. And they were still chipping away at the stuff that was good. And then technology was evolving in the 90s and 2000s and still in the 2010s. And there was a 2008 bubble. And there was that bailout and stuff where we had a chance to do something, and they just threw money at the problem, and they gave money to all those rich people and we could have done something big, but they just messed that up. But, you know, whatever. I understand why they had to do what they did, but when they did that, they could have also done something else on top of that. So, you know, they didn't only have to do that, they could have done other things. So, whatever. Again. Again, I say they've been chipping away and chipping away and chipping away. And now the country is where it is. Oh my God, it's 10:12. Oh, that's right. This is 20 minutes. Well, now I gotta go and walk there. All right. Tax rich people. Kneecap rich people. And boobs.